Former NATO Secretary General Anders Fogh Rasmussen expressed the opinion that Vladimir Putin is currently not so much seeking a quick takeover of Ukraine as betting on weakening the West. He noted that Putin, having failed with his initial plan to quickly conquer Ukraine, is now hoping for a protracted war that could exhaust the resources and will of Western powers to support Ukraine. Rasmussen also emphasized the difficulty of predicting the timing of the end of the war. In his opinion, Putin relies on the strategy of prolonging the conflict in order to break the resistance of the West and achieve a frozen conflict in the east of Ukraine, which will allow Russia to keep the occupied territories. The former Secretary General of NATO suggested that the war in Ukraine will last at least until the end of 2024. He explained that Putin hopes for a change in the political climate in the U.S. after the presidential election, which could help him achieve his goals. Rasmussen emphasized the importance of next year, saying that if the West gives Ukraine all the support it needs, Ukrainian forces will have a good chance of pushing back the Russians. Rasmussen also emphasized that the victory of Ukraine should include not only the restoration of borders, but also the creation of conditions under which new aggression from Russia will become impossible. He emphasized that Ukraine should receive not only military support, but also political and economic assistance to create sustainable peace. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine Dmytro Kuleba also emphasized the importance of a comprehensive approach to victory. He noted that the victory must include not only the restoration of the territorial integrity of Ukraine and bringing the aggressor to justice, but also the creation of such a reality in which new aggression will become impossible. Kuleba emphasized that in order to achieve this goal, close cooperation with international partners is needed to provide Ukraine with the necessary support. This includes not only military aid, but also economic, political, and humanitarian support to help the country recover and strengthen its independence. Rasmussen also drew attention to the importance of strengthening Ukraine's defense capabilities. He noted that the West should provide Ukraine with modern types of weapons and military equipment so that it can effectively resist Russian aggression. In addition, it is important to continue training the Ukrainian military and provide them with technical support. The former NATO Secretary General also emphasized the importance of sanctions against Russia. He noted that the sanctions should be strengthened and continue until Russia abandons its aggressive policy towards Ukraine. Sanctions are aimed not only at deterring Russia, but also at weakening its economic potential, which will complicate further military aggression. Rasmussen also expressed the opinion that the West should continue diplomatic efforts to resolve the conflict. He emphasized the importance of negotiations and diplomatic initiatives that can help find a peaceful solution and ensure long-term stability in the region. At the same time, he emphasized that any diplomatic decision should be based on the principles of territorial integrity and sovereignty of Ukraine. According to Rasmussen, the international community should be united in its support for Ukraine. He emphasized the importance of coordinating efforts between NATO countries, the European Union, and other international organizations to ensure effective support for Ukraine. This includes not only military aid, but also economic and political measures that will help Ukraine strengthen its independence and ensure long-term stability. Rasmussen also drew attention to the importance of supporting reforms in Ukraine. He noted that the West should help Ukraine in carrying out economic, political, and social reforms that will help strengthen the state and increase its resistance to external threats. This includes support for anti-corruption measures, judicial reform, law enforcement reform, and other key areas. In conclusion, the former NATO Secretary General expressed hope that the international community will continue to support Ukraine in its struggle for independence and territorial integrity. He emphasized that only joint efforts can ensure long-term stability and security in the region. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel.